I've been getting a lot of questions about Arlecchino's kit for the past 2 weeks, but I didn't have anything new until today. Just a few hours ago, we have received some new piece of information from TL Guoba about Arlecchino's kit, who is a very reliable source, and some more details about Chlorin's kit as well. Starting with Arlecchino. She has been confirmed to be a Pyro 5-star character. As for her weapon, she will most likely use polearm weapons, and I highly doubt that she will use any other weapons. Even though Arlecchino has been introduced as a Pyro user, some players still speculate that she might get a different element when she becomes playable. One of the main reasons for expecting this is Wanderer. He used to be an Electro character before receiving an Anemo vision from Nahida during the Sumeru Archon quest. But again, I highly doubt that something similar is going to happen with Arlecchino. Moving on to her kit. According to the source, Arlecchino will perform well with two types of teams, a vaporized team, and a Chevroy-specific pure element team, which means an overload reaction team. They also said that in those two teams, Furina and Chlorin are pretty much the same characters, as they're both off-field DPS characters and they also provide buffs to other characters. Chevroy's use in these teams is basically like Kazuha, especially in the overload team. This can be true considering the fact that we're going to get 2 new artifacts in version 4.6, and one of them will be for overload characters. To answer how good she actually is, they said, you can assess her based on how well she feels to play, her modified reactions, and how big her AoE is. I don't understand the modified reaction part, maybe it's wrong translation or I don't know. They basically said that she's a good character to pull for until Snezhnaya releases. They later answered questions about her elemental burst. They said, during her elemental burst, Arlecchino takes off her clothes. What they really meant was she will take off her jacket, it's just bad translation. To answer whether she uses scythes or not, they said we will have to wait until her animations come out. But, a double blade and taking off her coat or jacket is included in her kit. They also said that her stance has dual blades. I have no idea what they meant by this, because she's a polearm user. Maybe it will be like Child or Raiden Shogun's kit. Meaning she will use 2 weapons, one is polearm for normal and charged attacks, and during her elemental burst, she will use dual swords, like Raiden normally uses polearm, but during her elemental burst, she uses a katana or a sword. To answer whether she has a special charged attack or not, they said she's got a new modification for reactions, which I don't understand. If you know what they meant by this, please let me know in the comments below. Someone asked if she would be as good as Neuvillette. In response they said, her modification is pretty absurd. But if your raw stats are high enough, you won't really need reactions, even if doing so would elevate her performance, and that Chevroy's teams with Arlecchino don't require a brain to use. The last question was about, if you really need Chlorin in Arlecchino's teams. And they said that Arlecchino can also perform well with Furina, so you don't have to pull for Chlorin, specifically for Arlecchino. So Arlecchino won't rely on Chlorin's elemental burst. On asking about Chlorin's kit, they said that she is Cyno 2.0, but much stronger. Compared to Cyno, Chlorin's elemental skill will be much more useful. Her constellations will have high returns, and obtaining them will allow Chlorin to work outside the overload reactions. The fact that Chlorin is described as Cyno 2.0, means that she will probably be best fit for the main DPS role. This indicates that her elemental burst could allow her to enter a special state that enhances the damage potential of her other attacks. However, compared to other characters that have a similar playstyle, Chlorin seems to be a much more flexible character, as the source described her kit as more AFK based, which means that she could also be a decent fit for the support role or sub-DPS role. Well, that's all the info we got today on their kits, but it seems that Chevroy is getting more and more important with each patch. Arlecchino is expected to release in 4.6, whereas Chlorin is expected to be released in 4.7. Before leaving, make sure to smash the like button, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.